All right, let's talk about Jordan Love and the wild game he had here against the Vikings, where there was, a lot of bad in this game. Quite frankly, he did make some really impressive plays. He was at a point where he was just chucking the ball downfield and hoping for the best on a lot of these. Ends the day with 3 interceptions, but also 4 touchdowns. So kind of a wild stat line. Let's talk about the good and the bad and everything in between of Jordan Love here against Minnesota. First, we can start off with the first couple of interceptions, which, varying degrees of bad, I think here, you could say, and you could even debate some of this wasn't his fault. We'll get into it. This play you see on your screen, designed to get Christian Watson open in the gap and coverage over the middle. Love takes the snap. He's going to look in this direction for Watson and fire. And right here, I mean, you see what he sees, right? There is a bit of a window. It's definitely a tight window, but he's a bit of a gunslinger type quarterback. Again, this play isn't going to work out. You see defensive players able to jump in front and get the interception. Also, Watson got injured on that play, which sucks. But, okay, maybe he was trying to fit it through too tight of a window. This is one of those things, though, where you take the good with the bad with Love. He tries to make these throws. They don't always work out, but sometimes they do. This interception was really a weird one, I would say, so it's a, first down and 10, and so, don't really need to set up the concept too much. Just watch how they run it. Watch how when Love takes the snap, you see right here, so he's making a throw, and I'm not sure which one of these receivers he's trying to hit, because this just isn't usually how you do this, right? I mean, usually you don't want to have a tight end who's in the throwing path. Usually you if you are going to try and hit Romeo Doubs, you usually want to make this play work a little bit later. It's possible this was just kind of an unlucky break. But you see the tight end goes up, tips it, and that kind of causes Doubs to not be able to catch it, and it gets intercepted. I mean, okay, listen, definitely an element of that is a bad break because it bounced off a couple guys and got intercepted. I don't know who he was trying to hit. I'm not in his head. If he was trying to hit the tight end on that one and he throws it too high, that's a bad play. If he was trying to hit Doubs and, the tight end happened to jump up and tip it and it's just a bad, break, then it's not a bad play. So I don't know. I can't really speculate on it. To me, these plays aren't really even the biggest issue I had with Love's game. For one thing, you saw so many missed throws in this one. All these are going to be near completions, probably what could have been completions that end up getting either ruled incomplete or ruled complete but then overturned. That one could have been an interception. This one was caught, actually, but it prevented more yards at the screen pass there. And then this one, again, one that looked like it was maybe caught but was not. These are some of the plays you need to clean up. I mean, you can't be missing throws like this. You just can't. You can make better plays than this. And again, we've seen Jordan Love make better plays than this. So it's just, not good stuff here. These are things he has to clean up. He is someone, you're going to miss throws in an NFL game. You are. But these are, in my opinion, just too many missed throws here. So because of that, they got down big. And then we saw Jordan Love just going with the, let's just chuck it down the field strategy. Like this play, for example, it's going to actually be a zone coverage concept, and you have a receiver who's going to try and get kind of underneath the safety, past the corner on the top of the screen right here. And, to some degree, I will respect a quarterback who's going to try some difficult throws when you're down to try and get back into the game. I do think that is a bit admirable. Like you see here, Love's going to take the snap, and he's trying to make a play. You see him wall sprinting towards the sideline, trying to fit this through a very tight window. It's something where if this was the first quarter in a 0-0 game, I'm saying horrible decision, absolutely a disaster. But here, again, reasonable minds can differ. I'm kind of okay with this. Try to make a play on a 3rd down and 2 where you'll have to punt it if you don't get a completion here. I get it. Here, though, it does not work out. Another play where you could argue the defensive back had a better chance at the ball than, the receiver did. This is what Love was doing to try and get back into the game. It wasn't fully working. Like this one was another one where on a 1st and 20, he just chucks one up, and that, again, very much could have been intercepted. And again, down 21 points here with 18 minutes left. Getting 7 makes this a game again. So you don't have to be, chucking it down the field. It's a strategy you could make, but it's not something you have to do. And in this play, it kind of came back to bite him. So at this point, it's a ball game. The Vikings are actually going with kind of an all-out blitz right here, which is usually the time to take a chance, in fairness to Love. But still, a 1st down and 10, you're in field goal range, down 9 points. So if you don't do anything, I say they're in field goal range, but they had some kicker issues, so they probably would need some more yards. But get another first down, you can at least get to the point where you can make it a one-score game again. Jordan Love is going to take the snap right here, and there is an unblocked pressure, and he's kind of doing what we saw Jaden Daniels do. Pressure, let's throw it up to an option, but like this just isn't the correct throw right here. I mean, it's the incorrect guy to throw it to. The defensive back was much further down the field when Love got rid of the ball, and right here, it's a bad decision. On paper, it's fine, but the way it played out, he should have read the play and thrown it somewhere else, even if that was towards the sideline. Instead, this gets intercepted, and that was kind of a bit of a dagger for the Packers. They really needed to get points on that drive, unable to do so. So, yeah, that just wasn't an ideal play from Love. It just wasn't. And then even some other things like this, where you have Love, 4th down and 8. So 4th down and 8. Well, tough situation. If you're gonna make a throw, you got to make a throw at some point, even if nothing's open, just because you got to do what you can to try and convert. And again, this is the not really having a kicker that they trust. It might just be there's 18 minutes left. Got to make a play. But it's a zone coverage concept. You have 2 receivers running deep shots towards the offense is right. Okay, so there's one safety on this play who could be impacting it, and he's going to actually cover the more over-the-middle route. Like, watch how when Love takes the snap. So that receiver right here is open. He's open right now. And again, you can't see the whole field at once, but Love is looking in that direction. He's looking for the other deep shot right here. But what he should be doing is seeing that the safety is more over the middle of the field right now, and then throwing towards the top of the screen. That's what he should be doing. Look at how long it takes him, though, to finally realize that. He waits way too long, and at that point, it also was thrown a bit behind. It gives the corner time to come back and make that a competitive play again. Had he gotten it there earlier, that's a walk-in touchdown, and again, that's a 7-point difference. So, yeah, I mean, not an ideal play by Love. It wasn't. So it's one of those things where you look at it there and say, oh, that was a competitive catch, but it didn't have to be had he gotten rid of the ball earlier. Now, as I mentioned, he did make some really nice throws in this one as well. Again, some of it was like he had a screen pass go for a decent amount of yards. There was some LaFleur stuff, but there was just some legitimately good plays, like this one where LaFleur just got flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. So now you're at the 16-yard line, 2nd down and goal, 20 seconds left. And again, you want the touchdown here, right? I mean, getting 3, making it 28-3. Who's ever come back from down 28-3? I can't think of an example. Anyway, it's man coverage. You see the route he wants to look towards right here. He takes a snap. There is going to be a kind of an interesting pressure by the Vikings, which is what they do pretty often. But Love making this throw, there is not really a window here, right? This is going to be a tough throw if he could make this work. But as you see, it's right on the money. They're able to get into the end zone for a touchdown. So there was some good stuff here. And I could show more plays too. This is only the one that I had for the good plays. But there were more examples. There's just too many bad plays right now. And he needs to clean those stuff up. And again, I mean, you're the highest paid quarterback in football, right? And I get that that's how quarterback contracts work and all that. You can't be making this many mistakes. You just can't. He is a young player. He is in his 2nd starting season. Like, all that stuff is totally fair to say. It just is. But at the same time, I think he could have, there's unforced errors here for Love. If you're going to beat good teams like the Vikings, you have to play a little better than this. I think he is going to play better than this. I think that this was, again, we've seen him play better than this. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.